So part 2 of me explaining to you how I got, okay, for those that missed part 1, how I first got the dislocation, go into my videos, you'll be able to see. And then the second part, this is the second part that, okay, I got it. I was apparently on medication and I was kind of weak, so I was like, you know what, let me wake up. But before I proceed, don't forget to subscribe and keeping up with Chloe lifestyle. So this is our story part 2 and how both of my knees got dislocations. So part 2 was like, I got it. I was very scared. This time round it was starting. I don't want to cry. Because there's both of my legs this time, like first my left and second my right. So I don't want to cry because Amara is smiling, and it's very hard for someone to see my pain, and it's very hard for someone to notice that I'm not happy unless you know me very, very well. So I don't want to cry. So this time around it was painful, not painful like the first one, but hurting because both of my legs now have a problem, but I can walk. So this time around I was doing TikTok. I was doing TikTok and then I was modeling. By the way, I don't put on heels, so I don't know how I'm going to do with it on my wedding day. I won't put on heels. First, I won't put on heels. That's the first thing I had to know. I won't be putting on heels no more. No more. Like, no more. I'll put on, I think, my nice shoes. Closed shoes. That's what I'll put on occasion. So if you're out there and you would like to gift me with heels, please don't. Don't gift me with heels. I don't like them. Not because I don't like them, but because of my condition, I can put them on. So you can buy for me sneakers, you can buy for me opens, you can buy for me closed shoes, simple ones only. But heels, no. So guys, so this time around I was doing TikTok, like I was bored and I was feeling so weak. So I was like, let me do something that can give me energy and I feel so happy and I'm energetic. So boom, I dressed up. I'm a makeup artist. So I had to make up myself, look good, look pretty, and do my TikTok. So if you don't know my TikTok, like TikTok page, I'll be giving it to you. So this time around, I had to put on heels because I put on heels when I was doing a photo shoot. For the photo shoot, I can put them for the time, like because I'm seated, I'm just there. By the way, I was wondering when I was even doing photo shoot for my graduation, I had to put it on, but then nothing happened. Okay, thank God, because I passed through it very well. Thank God. So after that, I was even putting on like stretcher pants, those stretcher pants, and with the bob tube. Black is my color, so I was putting on black and I was feeling the vibe. I was feeling it. I was dancing. I was doing the voiceovers. I was doing the dancing. I was doing the everything. So time came. Then eventually, all of a sudden, I was done with dancing, and I was trying to grab a glass to remove it so that because it was like into my videos. So and then I saw myself down. Then the first thing that came into my mind was like, oh God, this happened again. What am I going to do? And I thought that it was the other left leg that it has got it again. And I was like, oh God, I'm dead. So first thing I thought was like, I've broken my leg. Oh my God. I was like, oh my God, I've broken. Like, I was quiet. I fell down. Like, I fell down. It was too painful. Like, I fell down. The first thing I did, I had to stretch my leg because I was in that stretcher pants. I stretched my leg and the patella had to go back to its position. This time around, I didn't put it back. No, I had to just stretch my leg because I would read about the dislocations and they say like if you stretch your leg, it goes back to its normal position. And you have to stay there, like you don't have to force to move. So I stayed there for a long time in very, very, very painful way. Like I was crawling like a snake. So in the process, like I was very quiet. No tears came out, by the way. No tears came out, but I was in pain. Do you know that sometimes tears don't come out when you're in pain? I don't know. But no tear came out. Like I was just teary like into my eyes, but tears couldn't come out. That's the fact. So mommy came because they know like when I do TikToks, I don't want people to to pass through them because I don't want them to go into my videos if they don't want to be in them and post them. So mommy came and told like she passed by like slowly. She thought I was doing a TikTok while I was sleeping. So eventually her coming back to the sitting room, she found me in the same position as I was in the first time. So she asked, like, there's this name she calls me, like the nickname. So when she calls me, I feel so nice. Like there's that love, man. So she called me that name. So and I felt so emotional. So when she called me that name, I didn't want to show her that I was in pain. And she told me, Davin, what's wrong? I told her, Mommy, it's my leg. Ah, I don't want to cry. So I told her, Mommy, it's my leg. And then she told me like, what's wrong? I told her, Mommy, I think I've got another dislocation on my leg. Ah, then he's like, well, the other leg? I'm like, no, Mommy, it's another one. Because most people thought that it was the left one because the left one got the first dislocation. So this time around it was the right leg. So and always my right leg, it was the strength I think of my body, and like it's the everything. We all have bodies, but there's that one part of the body that has the strength to everything. Like you can have your right arm, you can have your left, you can have. So I told her that it's my right leg that has got a dislocation. So she told me the funniest part that I smiled. She told me, you don't shout. You can't shout for us to notice that something has happened. So what if you like something bad has really happened to you? Like you don't shout. It was already bad. Like worse, more. We think it was like worse. Then I got up. By the time like I was getting up, my sister came. And she's like, Davin, are you doing TikTok? She's like, I thought that you were doing these downer TikToks. But the phone was up and me, I was down. So how would I do TikTok while the phone was up? So something was fishy. So like she laughed. So like me, Davin, I thought that you were still doing TikTok. I also laughed. So I was in pain. I explained. So like, how did it happen? How did it happen? How did it happen? How did it happen? So I explained. I couldn't get tired of explaining to them. So I was in pain. I had to walk. It went back. Then eventually my other sister came, helped me out. We had to put ice on it, stretching it. That's the moment I realized I have to look for my knee brace that they gave me for the first time. I had to look for it. But I couldn't remember, but I had kept it in case. Okay. So they looked for it, they found it, I had to put it on. But then the first time I had to put it on, it was very heavy and I couldn't walk with it. So I had to remove it. And the more I could last home, the more pain and swelling. So I had to put it straight just like last time. Like I knew the things the things I would do. So I put it straight as the sitting room. Like my sister came, told me, why don't you go to the hospital because something bad. I went to the hospital. It was my first time to, for a long time, to give me an injection on my bum. Right now, it's still even paining. It's still paining. I screamed. You know, I have fear for injections. I love injections. Like I have fear for drugs. I have fear for drugs. But this time around, there is no way I could say no to drugs. I have fear for drugs. Like I could prefer the cannula instead of injection. I mean cannula instead of injection. I mean cannula instead of tab. Sorry. So they had to give me that injection on my bum. I screamed like a baby. But I was not a baby. My sister was there. They're all laughing, but it was so painful. Eventually. I'm talkative, but I had to tell you this. So, coming back home, I had to go back to the same doctor that treated the first one. So that's when we had to go with mommy and my other sister. We went. She told me to be putting on my knee brace and also doing some exercise that it doesn't stiff itself. So I have to just be doing like this, bending it and bringing it back, bending it and bringing it back. But like right now, if I put this, okay, I can try to move, but sometimes it's painful. I can't squat, I can't kneel. So that's it. But I'll be better. I can move, but in pain and both of my legs. So right now I can't disturb my sisters. So they keep on telling me, Kati, you with this leg, you're trying to disturb us. So that's it. But this time around it was painful because I didn't expect it to happen. Same to the first one. I didn't expect it to happen. But I don't want to remove it because I'm still putting it on. But I'll show you. So there was the stockings for the knee. I think they're called knee brace. My dad had to buy for me, but some that are like too small for my legs. Others it could fit, but it couldn't work as I expected. So I had to tell him to buy for me others. Cause this time around, it's not going to only be one, it's going to be two. So I have to put the two legs. So that's it. So apparently right now I'm here. I can't move, I can't dance, I can't move without this knee brace until I get better and until I get done with my medication and then go back for checkup to see that it's fine because it's kind of swollen. So I see. So don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and also leave a comment below. I'll be giving you details of my my process or my healing, my therapy, how I'm dealing with it, and also my high school lifestyle and my campus lifestyle. So I'll be giving you all that. So take care. Love you.